Okay, you good? You're good. All right, everybody, we're gonna get started. So, good to see everyone here. We got a decent sized group, which I'm happy with. Welcome back to our weekly meeting. It's November 14th, and we are still in Phase B. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but first, let's do some general updates. We have two outreach events this upcoming week. We have one tomorrow at Riley Elementary. It's with the Google Fiber people. It's a little 2-hour shindig from 5:30 to 7:30, and then we have the College of Engineering Day on Saturday. That's at the WEB from 10:30 to 12:30. So these are both short little outreach events that we're going to be at. They're probably short enough we won't drive the robot around. It kind of has to be more than 2 or 3 hours to make that worthwhile. So we will be there, but we'll have cool demos. We'll show what we're doing. We'll talk to kids, get them interested in robotics. The usual outreach shindig is what we're good at. We also are going to start buying even more stuff. So here we have everything that we have that has arrived at the U. We have motors. We have batteries. We have all kinds of stuff. They're beautiful. Brand new toys for us to actually start building things and putting everything together. We can make all kinds of holes with our cap and die set. So we have materials that we can start building. So we can actually have something we can pick up and hold. One of the things that I know, so this is just a very preliminary list of the things that I know we need to buy. We need to buy motors to spin the drum and motors to push the drum down into the ground for the digger team. If you can think of anything more in this meeting or in the next few days, let your team leads know, and we can throw it on there. In the past 2 weeks or so, we've burned through about, between the Airbnb and buying stuff, we've burned through about $5,000 of our budget. So we are spending a lot of money.
But we have the Airbnb first.
We have a really good Airbnb.
Like,
it's going to be awesome. Speaking of, it's November 14th, so that was the deadline for people to have their forms into NASA. So if you did that, good on you. If you didn't, well, that's going to be an issue, but we'll deal with that later. So
not later. Come to us now.
Yeah.
Like now.
This is the media release forms we've been posting on Slack and Ted's been bothering you about. So we're not kidding when we say it's important to get this in. So come find Cole or I after we're done talking, and we can see what we can do. Other than that, this was the day to get our letter from the Dean of Engineering submitted, so that's done. Our next official NASA deadline is in January, where we have to have a team picture, which that's with our team advisor. So sometime within the next probably 2 or 3 weeks, we're gonna, on a Wednesday, since everyone's here anyways, we're gonna go over to some scenic backdrop and take a picture with everyone here, and then we can send it to NASA, and then I throw it up on Facebook so other teams know what we look like. But that is the next deadline that's due in January. That's why we're inside. Well, it's in the backdrop. There's like the bottom floor of the WB with a Utah wall.
Or we do a night hike up to the U and the lights of Salt Lake Valley across. That sounds cool.
It does. We've also in the past have used a white screen as a green screen and put up a Martian backdrop before.
Yeah, we did a selfie with Curiosity one year. It was very.
We're the cool kids. Yeah. So I've got good news and I've got bad news. So I'm going to choose someone at random. Eric, do you want the good news first or the bad news first?
Bad news.
Bad news first. We are still in Phase B. As you can see, I have no robot in front of me that Ted is happily testing away. We have nothing really constructed yet. So Ted and I, we met on Monday, and we decided that we're going to have to push Phase B back to a date around. So we're pushing the end of Phase B back to December 5th, which is the first December in January. Yeah, the first Saturday in December.
That's the first Wednesday.
First Wednesday? Oh yeah, the test day is the first Saturday. It's been a long day. But yeah, so we are going to have the robot shall be finished. The prototype shall be done by December 1st. Does anyone know what the term shakedown cruise means? No military folk in here? Because I told you, yes. So a shakedown cruise is when you have a brand new boat, and you're not sure exactly how it's going to behave. You take it out there, and you put a bunch of people on this unsafe boat, and you see what breaks. The military is brilliant like that. So you drive around the ocean and hope it don't sink. we're going to put our robot in our pit and drive it around and hope it don't break. That's December 1st. And then the Wednesday after that is the end of Phase B, where Ted will lead our peer design review. So we have more time, and being a student, I've been there. You guys might be going, oh, thank God, we have more time, I can relax, and I cannot work on this project that Cole or Ted or Dave has been harassing me about. No. This is the time where we got to buckle down and actually get this stuff done. We have... That is true. One of the reasons why we pushed it back as far as we did is because Thanksgiving is next week, and we're not going to have a meeting next Wednesday. Plus, it's becoming, midterms are kind of constant throughout college, but there's also tests to get ready for and finals. But this is the time where we got to buckle down and actually move forward real quick. So we have more time, but this isn't a time where we can just relax. We have to start building things, making sure everything works, get stuff put together so we can have our test day on the 1st. As intended, we have Dr. Rogers, our advisor. He's going to be there with his family, so we can show off for the little children.
Why did he agree to that?
He said he was. So we have our advisor we got to impress.
Okay.
So let's see. I'll tab now. This is a scene from a miniseries. I posted one on random. Lights. Yes. On Slack. From the Earth to the Moon.
Slider up, two switches down. There you go.
If you like Apollo 13, then you will like From the Earth to the Moon. It's produced by Tom Hanks. It was right after the movie was released. It's the 12 episodes. Each one's 45 minutes long. I'll stop producing it. But this is what Ted and I were kind of like on Monday. Where's the sound?
We were just kind of
Where's the mute? Yep, on the phone, on the old radio phones. Why is it?
I know what we're up against, Lou. We will make the day. I need to know if we can make the day. Because if we can't, I'm going to have to take some cash from the safe and move to South America.
These are the guys that designed the wing.
Okay. Tom? Yep. Arnie? Sir? John? Yes, sir. The other John? Sorry, Tom. The cockpit's going to take another 3 weeks. We could use a few weeks ourselves.
That's pretty much all the substance.
I hear Bolivia. It's really nice this time of year.
That's what Ted and I did on Monday.
What country are you moving to, Dave?
Costa Rica.
Alright.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful and warm. Yours? So the good news is that we still have money, we still have time, and some kind of random happenings in the world. We're not sure how they found us, but there's a French documentary company. I've actually seen some of their stuff, and they are making 2 movies about the Apollo program and the space race. I'm not sure when they're making them, probably within the next few months.
American Space Conquest.
Yeah, American Space Conquest. So they're based out of France, and they want us to be in one. So they're making 2 movies. The first one is about the Apollo program and those astronauts, and the second one is more about modern-day space technology, why people come to Utah to test robots, which surprisingly they do. There's lots of robot testing in the space industry here in Utah. So they reached out to us on Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure which, but they want us to be in their documentary. So somehow they found us, and we're going to be all famous movie stars and make lots of money.
They're going to dub us over in French.
So that makes us all sound cooler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we go to our general updates from the various team leads. Nathan had a family issue come up this week, so right now I'm stepping in as the general mechanical lead. But there's also the announcement that he's not here. He went to grab parts. Ben is a new mobility lead. So I was stepping in for a different admin who have to drop his classes this semester due to other family issues. So I was stepping in from him in the interim, and now Ben is our mobility lead. If you have questions about the rocker bogie, the motors we're using, the systems for driving around, he's the guy to ask. Nathan should be gone for about a week, so until then I'm the admin mechanical lead and just the overall czar of mechanical stuff. This past week for Digger, what we decided on, we have pretty much everything designed for the drum and for this 4-bar linkage pushing it down. You saw the video, I believe it was on Halloween or the week before, of how this drum is going to actuate into the ground. What we don't have picked out is motors to spin the drum and motors to push the 4 bars down. So that's something we really need to decide. So we need to know that because we need to model the motors and put them into our overall high level model. We need to know how big they are so we can actually incorporate them into the drums, see how much volume they displace, all the good fun things like that. For rocker bogey, for the mobility, where we're at is everything except the differential has been designed, and we actually just need to put things together. So over here, Ben is actually running to go get more parts for it. We have the general mock-up of our prototype. We're going to have PLA mounts, which will turn into nylon once we know what we're doing. But PLA mounts with electrical conduit for the arms of the rocker bogey. So once we have more, once he gets back, we can show you kind of the general picture of how it will look. The meeting for that is tomorrow from 6 to 7. I won't be there. I'll be at the outreach, but Ben will be leading that. It will be probably one of the first times we do some rapid assembly. And we'll actually be able to hold something in our hands and roll around on the ground and pretend to be cool. Let's see. Electrical. Go.
Hey, so we're actually gonna do stuff now. So yeah, I know it's surprising. We have stuff, so we can actually build stuff. Stuff. We have in the past couple weeks developed a thing called the power node, which is going to be a little box that we're able to connect in line with different circuits throughout the robot, and that allows us to measure the voltage and current at different places, so that we can kind of look down into the robot and see which parts are pulling more power than others and do some diagnosis. So that's going to be really helpful when debugging. We just got stuff for the electrical systems on the prototype, so tonight I hope to do a little bit of layout and safety systems and all that fun stuff, so that we can have something to drop into the prototype so we can tell Dave what to do with his hair. Yeah, we also have giant, massive motors that are very powerful.
You've never seen a brushless motor? That's a fun one to play with.
Yeah. And yeah, is there anything I forgot on electrical? All right. I think it's programming. Is that next?
Yep, programming's up next.
Is there a representative from programming?
You're the threshold of doing stuff. People are getting acquainted with their dev environments, really well. Still working on the sensor to arrive to localization, but
The sensor ships tomorrow. It'll take 3 to 5 business days, so probably next Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully Monday, so you can play with it at your meeting. Ted, you have anything you want to say?
I have some things I would like to say.
Take the floor, Mr. System Engineer.
So, I just want to clarify some things that I know we have done before we do testing. One, we need to have teleop ready for this robot, so I know programming is about still working on that, but just make sure you're communicating with mechanical and electrical so we can give you guys what you need to get teleop up and running. With that, you have a question? Do we have a representative with mechanical? What do you mean? In the programming have someone
The liaison systems.
Not really, but I have systems people in the programming team you can talk to. I mean, yeah, we got Brian. But I mean, you can also just go to the mechanical team and say, yo, I need a developer.
That's a good example of how we can use Slack to talk to each other in the night.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is, Cole and I were talking a few years ago and kind of realized that Slack is maybe a bit underutilized. So feel free to jump into other channels for other teams if you have questions about stuff on the robot. In addition to that, let's try to come up with a final purchase list this week, before Friday would be ideal, so we can have everything bought that we need to build this thing. And I believe that still includes linear actuators for the digger, the actual drive motor for the digger, and Cole and I have some ideas about that we'll talk to you about. And is there anything else I'm missing?
I can't think of it.
Okay. I think that's all I got. Oh, one more thing. My my systems team, we wrote up a bunch of testing metrics for a big test day on the 1st. We'll try to get those in spreadsheet forms so you kind of know what you need to evaluate. Oh, and also I want to have those power nodes.
Power nodes, TM.
Yeah, trademark power nodes. University
Yeah. No, we don't want to give them any money.
But
Very
Oh, really?
Anyways, so I'd like to have those done so we can have some good data on how much power robot is using throughout operation.
All right, we'll look at that.
Okay, any questions?
If you have questions about Slack, Drive, where to find open projects, that type of thing, there is a pinned topic on the general channel, so it has all those links to Drive, to open projects, to everything you need to know the channels need to be on Slack. Like Cole and Ted were saying is, if you have a question about mechanical, we have an entire mechanical channel where you can pop in there and ask us a question. Or electricals need to talk to programming, or mechanical needs to talk to systems. That's what Slack is for. I mean, we have listen to this, which is an awesome thread, but we need to use more than that.
Well, we also need more posts and listen to this. Like, so.
Also, Dave, did you talk about the forms that we do today?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Go build a robot.
I have stats on how Slack is being used, if you guys are curious. So last week, a total of 522 messages were sent and throughout the Slack, which is pretty good. That's 143 fewer than the previous week, so you guys got to step it up a little bit. But here's an interesting metric. 21% were in public channels, and then it's about 70 to 80% were direct messages. And that number is really high. So the way I interpret that is that a lot of information is being transferred that could be open to everyone, but is being between two people. I know that some of it you don't want to spam the channel, but there is a way to.
If Cole
Find
asks mechanical, what type of wheels are you using? And I say we're using 3D printer spools and intern for a prototype. And then TM, he knows that, but Tina doesn't. Or Jonathan doesn't. And then Jonathan, a few weeks later, was sending me the same question, which Cole asked me on mechanical channel, what are you using? It's there for everyone to see. It's easy. I was going to say something else about Oh, dude, you guys want to talk to Digger about drum motors?
Yeah, we'll bring that up later.
So we're about to break out into the various sub-teams. If you want to see what we bought, it's all up here. I don't think we had to break anything. We have our motors, we have our batteries, we have stickers. If you want stickers, we have plenty of stickers. Apparently you spend a couple $100 at Hobby King and they give you more stickers than God. So we have all kinds of stuff. If you want to check it out and get an actual physical picture of what we're working with, you are welcome to. But then after that, we're breaking the sub-teams in Cole and Ted with Digger eventually, and then the build is showing off our rocker boat. Let's go build a robot.
John,